Do you remember the first time you saw Oasis live? I sure do. It was 25 years ago this week that I saw Oasis live for the very first time, April 29th, 2000. And my life has never been the same since. I remember it like it was yesterday. In April of 2000, I was 16 years old, and Oasis had already been my favorite band for a few years since Morning Glory came out in 1995. In the years after that, I became an Oasis fanatic, devouring Morning Glory, Definitely Maybe, Be Here Now, and all the B-sides that came with them. Oasis was my life. But despite being a fan since the mid-90s, I was a little bit too young to see the band live during their 1990s heyday. Yeah, I missed out on those early gigs in Toronto and their stop at Maple Leaf Gardens in 1998 on the Be Here Now tour. I wasn't old enough to buy my own tickets, and at that time, my parents weren't going to buy me the tickets either. But there was no way I was going to miss their concert in Toronto at Maple Leaf Gardens on April the 29th in the year 2000. I had to see them. I don't remember who bought the tickets. It might have been a friend's parent. It might have been my parents, but the important part was that we had to see them. We were going to see the Gallagher brothers with their newly minted lineup of Gem, Andy, and Alan on stage live in the flesh. I remember going to the show with my friends and fellow Oasis fans, Anthony, Greg, and Andrew. We were primed to witness the magic of Oasis live for the first time. And there was a great opener for the show too. Scottish band Travis opened up the show in support of their sophomore album, The Man Who. Their opening set made me a fan of the band, and I bought the album on CD about a week later. And it was a cool connection too, because the Travis song Writing to Reach You from their latest album at the time, The Man Who, kind of ripped off Wonderwall with its chord progression and actually made a reference to the song in their song. So it was kind of neat to see that cool connection. What the hell is a Wonderwall anyway? And I still have the ticket from the show, just like all my concerts, especially the Oasis shows. I still have my ticket from the show. You remember when you used to get physical tickets at a concert that you could actually keep as a keepsake? Like, I haven't been able to keep one of these in a lot of years, but I still have my Oasis concert ticket from Maple Leaf Gardens in the year 2000. Like, this is a very special treasure for me. There you go. Take a look right there. That is the ticket right there. Oasis, Maple Leaf Gardens, April the 29th, 2000, a day that would go down in history. And thanks to websites like Setlist FM, we can take a look back at what the band played on that night, that fateful night when I saw them live for the first time, April the 29th, 2000 at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on the Standing on the Shoulder of Giants tour. And then taking a look at the set list, this was pretty typical for the band's set list in the year 2000 around the release of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Of course, kicking off with the playback of Fucking in the Bushes. And then the band came on to Go Let It Out, Who Feels Love, and then actually kind of had a nice balance of songs in the set list for this show too. They played Supersonic and Shaker Maker, their first two singles back to back. Acquiesce, Where Did It All Go Wrong, and Gas Panic, two of my favorite songs from Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. I remember being pretty stoked that they played Where Did It All Go Wrong. And then a greatest hits set following that. You had Roll With It, Stand By Me. I'm surprised they played something from Be Here Now. Wonderwall, Cigarettes and Alcohol, Don't Look Back in Anger, ending the regular set with Live Forever, and then coming back for an encore featuring the covers they were doing at the time. Hey Hey, My, Into the Black, which was their Neil Young cover, Helter Skelter, a Beatles cover, and then capping off the night with Rock and Roll Star. And at that show on April the 29th, 2000 at Maple Leaf Gardens, I picked up the Standing on the Shoulder of Giants Oasis tour program. Remember when shows used to give these out, when you could actually buy these at concerts? And maybe you still can at certain concerts, but I feel like a lot of bands don't really do this anymore. These programs that you can pick up at the show. I absolutely love the cover of this program. I love the way the band looks on here. It's almost like a cartoon or something. A little bit of a different kind of look for the band, of course, with the Oasis logo, which was new at the time, opening it up to the Standing on the Shoulder of Giants artwork. This was an awesome program. Taking a look at the other pictures from the program, this was a really, really cool picture of Oasis in the program. And then you got some other stuff in here as well. Can't all fit it on the camera here, but really, really cool stuff. Footage of the band making the record in the studio, footage of the band rehearsing for their tour. This really was a cool pickup, and it's not the only Oasis program that I have from their live shows. I have this one 2001, as well as the program from the Heath and Chemistry Tour and the program from the Don't Believe the Truth Tour. And the Oasis show on April the 29th, 2000 at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto was the last show, the last live concert to be held at that venue. So you know what? It was pretty special to see. I would go on to see Oasis another 5 times before their breakup in 2000, and I have tickets to their reunion show in Toronto on August 24th, so the circle will finally be complete. And even though it was 25 years ago, I remember it so vividly, like the feeling of seeing Oasis live for the first time, the excitement of them walking on stage, the roar of the crowd, and the distinct smell of weed in the air. Yeah, I still remember, I still have this image in my head of this guy in front of me smoking the biggest joint and just grooving and rocking out to the sound of Oasis. Like I was thinking, like, I wonder where that guy is now. Hopefully he's still listening to Oasis and hopefully he's still smoking some good weed. But that show further solidified my love of Oasis and rock and roll. It was less of a concert and more of a holy pilgrimage of rock and roll. It's hard to believe that 25 years have passed since that day. I still love Oasis as much today as I did back then, and it's great to have them back in the year 2025, even though it makes me feel old as hell. And thankfully, I still have some of these memories, like the tour program, of course, and the concert ticket. I still have them in my Oasis collection, and every time I look at them, it just brings up that incredible experience of going to see Oasis live for the first time. But now I'm going to turn it over to you guys in the comments. If you've seen Oasis live, let me know, what was the first time that you saw them live? What was that experience like? Let me know in the comments. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of great stories. I'm still disappointed I never got to see them like kind of earlier on in the career with the original lineup in the mid 90s, but I was a little bit too young for them at the time. I was a big fan, but I wouldn't be able to go to a concert at that time. So when I saw them in 2000 on the Standing on the Shoulder Giants tour, that really was the pinnacle for me. Like, to see them live, that was the first time I saw them of the 6 times that I saw them live, and I'm really excited to see them again in August of 2024 in Toronto. But let me know, what was the first time you saw Oasis? Maybe this is going to be your first time seeing Oasis when they get together for the reunion shows later this year. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos, and make sure to follow me on social media at Nick Chino Music across platforms. But I'll see you guys for another video here on the channel. Until then, rock on, everybody.